Hello everyone, this is Bibi and today I'm passing by to share ideas using the STAMPtember collaboration for Team Holtz workshop. The class is going to be free for everyone and is going to be available on the Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel on September 28th. So he will be using poinsettia and Christmas foliage stamps and coordinating dies. Also this gorgeous stamp set with coordinating dies that has large words that also coordinate with this massive die set here. I'm loving this one. This is the one I'm going to be using today, and it features large words. The collaboration also includes this tag, so you will see this also in the class. They were selling a kit and sadly the kit has been sold out, but they still have individual supplies. I'm going to be listing those in the video description and also in my blog, but please don't worry if you don't have any of these or you cannot afford to buy these. Join the class, join STAMPtember and have a look at what the designers have to share every day. There are plenty ideas and inspiration and you can use any supplies you have in your stash. If you have large dies like these ones, I will invite you to try what I'm going to show you today if you haven't tried it already. So here I have a 5.5 square piece of brushed black cardstock by Spellbinders. This is gorgeous. I love this cardstock. It's very sturdy and it's perfect for this technique. So what we are going to do is to grab the outline die and we are going to find the placement to use in combination with these arch dies. You can use any basic shape to do this. I really like this one because it works really well with that die. And I'm going to use low tack tape to hold the die in place, and I'm going to partially cut this by placing the cutting plate only over the area I want to cut. So you see there, I'm just placing it over the half of the word, and I'm going to die cut this as usual. So in this way, I only cut the top of the word, and all I have to do here is to align the other die with those cutting edges there to do the second partial die cutting. So again, I'm going to place the plate over the area I want to cut and not over the edge or the blade of that die to do this. And there is a little corner that I could not die cut because of the placement of the paper in the machine. So I need to place the plate again in this corner here just to finish that cut. I know it looks like a lot, but this is something very easy to do and it's very fast. And using scissors, you can trim any excess of paper like the edges here and also those tiny negative spaces that were partially cut as well. The next we are going to do is to use a smaller arch die to complete the die cutting of this frame. Now to add a little bit of dimension, I'm going to die cut this word out of gold cardstock and twice out of black cardstock. And I'm gluing this together using Positively glue. This is by Simon Says Stamp and I'm loving this glue. It dries very fast. It provides a really beautiful bond and you won't be able to see the seams or anything on the paper. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to glue the word in that negative space there and this is done. If you made a mistake when die cutting, because it happens to everyone like I did here, see that? Don't waste the piece, just glue a whole background piece over and the paper will still have stability. This also gives you the idea to stick the sentiment over the frame or any frame and that will be it. You can skip the partial die cutting, but it therefore gives you different looks and feels as you can see there. One is a single piece, this one is two pieces that are layering. You can see that better here. Regardless if you want to go for one way or another one, this will give you a good card base or frame to build a scene within that space. So now I'm going to stamp or hit emboss a couple of sentiments that will go with that large die cut word. And then we are going to create some toppers and some easy backgrounds for the cards. These are very beautiful and they are designed to coordinate with the die cut words, but you can also use them individually. The sky's the limit. Now I'm going to put together some toppers for the cards, and this is all about layering pieces. It's very easy and it's very relaxing. Isn't it gorgeous? I have this one for a very long time in my stash and I haven't used it. And for a vintage look, I'm using Lost Shadow Distress Oxide ink around the hat, a little bit of black soot around the body of this snowman, and I also use a little bit of blue ink that I have left in my brush to add that icy look and feel. So here is going to be peeking through that window, and I think this looks so stinking cute. You can use any die you have in your stash to create this. I have here another sample for you, and for that one I'm going to use Bibi's Big Cat. So I'm using here the scarf of the snowman just to give that Christmassy look and feel to the cat. Also a hat. This is a Christmas hat for another Tim Holtz die set, and here are the die sets I use. All these are listed in the video description. I'm terrible at saying the names of the products, but those are the dies I use. You can use anything you have, and to add this look and feel you can use any inks you have, white ink, any ink you have, just to kind of ink things up a little bit. And for a little bit of a sparkle, I'm using some Simon's stamp gems. I don't know the name either, so I'm listing those in the video description. And this will look nice on white cardstock or ivory cardstock. But you know me, I have to give you extra ideas. So we are going to do something super easy, and we are just going to stamp a couple of background pieces. So I'm using Distress Oxide inks to stamp these backgrounds, and then I'm going to try to use different distress ink colors to try to make this look like faded and vintage. We are going to apply water to create some speckles. And to add magic to this, we are going to use Silver Sparkle Base. This is a watercolor paint that will add incredible shine to your projects. You can apply it different ways. Here we are just splattering. Then we are going to remove the tape. I didn't want the edges to have any of that ink. I wanted that beautiful white border. Now I'm going to do another background, and it's the same process but in different order. So here I apply blue ink first, then I do some stamping, and to finish I splatter some gold sparkle base. This will also distress the inks, creating those beautiful white gold splatters. A very little detail but makes such a difference in the look and feel of the cards. So all we have to do is to stick the stamped sentiments, and we are going to create a couple of card bases. So you can do a side fold like this one here. It will fit in a 6 by 6 inches envelope, and you can see the overhanged sentiment at the edge with that beautiful background and that cute topper, the card in full posing for you. Or you can also make a top fold card like this one here. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel or visit the blog for more ideas and inspiration. Thank you very much for watching, and happy crafting. Bye!